Hello, my name is Adrian Rico, and I'll be discussing the implementation of 7 project management tools on my 2 kilogram package commercialization project. Here's a brief overview of the major tools I'll be discussing. First, I'll discuss some of the components of my project charter. Then I'll follow with the project scope statement. Then will be an overview of the stakeholders analysis matrix and the work breakdown structure. I'll map out the schedule of the project with a Gantt chart. Lastly, I will discuss a responsibility assignment matrix and probability and impact matrix. First is the project charter. I'm the main project manager for the commercialization of this package design. The main project sponsor is the Senior Director of Business Development, Patrick. Our main customer is Yvette. She's the Director of Purchasing for our customer. The purpose of this package design is to fulfill the request of our customer. To complete this project and implement this new package, it will require cross-functional teams for our major departments. I'll be in charge of completing the project by winter 2019. As I stated before, the project deliverables will require cross-functional help. Some of the major deliverables include final production costs, R&D, supply chain verification, reports, final concept design, and final sales contracts. Next, you can see some of the major milestones of the project, as well as some of the estimated costs after the completion of the milestones. First major milestones was final approved design with estimated cost of $2,000 by August 5th. We recently finalized our sales contract with our customer. This required us to get preliminary costs for our materials, equipment, and operational costs. Our next major milestone will be verifying the supply chain with our R&D department. After that, the equipment and material will arrive to our co-packers around October 1st, weeks ahead of the initial pilot test to help reduce the chances of a late delivery. Our total cost to reach our initial pilot test will be slightly under $150,000. The full project team requires assistance from all major departments. You can see that our R&D, project management, operations, sourcing, purchasing, sales, and marketing will be involved to complete this project. All of these departments have various amounts of time that will be required of them, and their work will depend on which phase of the project will be included. Later in our scheduling portion, I will note a major amount of the work needed to complete this project was done during the first half of the project timeline. Now we'll go over the project scope statement. The project will produce a new package designed for customer A's request that can fit multiple fruit sizes, providing customer A opportunity to fulfill avocados year-round. Customer A has previous success with similar commodities in 2 kilogram box format, and they would like our company to produce a box that will be similar but will address issues such as bruising caused by customers touching avocados. The project has a budget of $250,000 and a launch date of 10/28/19. Deliverables include final approved box, supply chain report, sales contract, a final material and equipment cost. The project team will assume the approved budget outside of the regular CapEx times, which means this is outside of our regular budgeting period. The next tool I will discuss is the stakeholders analysis matrix. This tool is very useful to map out the various stakeholders and their interests in the project. It also clearly lays out the ownership and impact of these stakeholders holds on the completion of the project. For our packaging project, Yvette was the final customer and had the most impact and power on the project. She needs to approve all changes, and we also need to address any changeovers to the project she would like to implement, if feasible. Other stakeholders, such as Patrick, Nancy, and Charles, had different interests in the project and were more interested in deliverables such as the final cost and sales contract. The work breakdown structure. This was a useful tool to help divide up the project deliverables among the various departments. This helped break down a major commercialization project into smaller and more manageable components. This also helped map out major deliverables to a document that everyone can reference to see what department is in charge of completing the major task. For my project, I broke down the project by each major deliverable and then broke up the major parts into its components. For the box, there were two major deliverables, the first being the completed design, which required a box and a plastic lid. The second deliverable was the R&D verification report for the avocado quality and supply chain test. Costs are broken down to two major components. First are the costs associated with the box, which are the corrugated box, and then also the plastic lid. The second being the machinery, which is the box former. Operations has two major tasks to complete. First is the operational procedure report, and the second being the inventory management report. Sales is in charge of completing the sales contract and working with our sourcing and inventory team to produce a produce management report. Utilizing the work breakdown structure, you can use the tool to help develop a schedule for your project. I utilize the Gantt chart to produce a timeline of the project and its major phases. You can see that a large portion of it has already been completed. We are now in the commercializing phase. Designs have been approved as well as costs associated to the project. The customer has signed the sales contract. We're now ordering all materials and equipment. We have a final launch date of 10/28/19. The next tool I'll discuss was the responsibility assignment matrix. I use this tool to see who internal and externally discuss certain final deliverables of the project, and I was responsible for the final design, the supply chain verification, and the initial delivery. The last tool I used was a probability and impact matrix. This tool is useful to help manage expectations and focus throughout the project on certain components that were deemed risky. This tool gives us a way to map out risks associated with the project and ways to manage those actions to prevent these from occurring. For this project, the largest risk was associated to getting our co-packer to approve the additional labor it will take to fill these boxes. They were concerned that this would not be a successful project and lead to high inventory and equipment in their facility. Our team went ahead and ensured that the project is fully funded and their guaranteed returns on their investment. Thank you for listening to my presentation. I hope you get to see my design in a store near you.